guys, hello everyone. So there is a pros and cons becoming a digital nomad blog, and I'm gonna go through the points here. It says the pros: work from anywhere. Of course, it's self-explanatory. Work from everywhere. Con: generally make less money. I think this is something where I'd like to say something. Is the problem with most digital nomads is they want to work less. Okay, so they make less money, but they also usually think about old ways of working. So instead of automating everything and getting things running like passively and working by itself, they do one-on-one work, and that then generally you make less money because you're putting less time into it. And so I believe that you can make much more money than being in a corporate job, because it says here it usually you make less than in a 9 to 5 job. But think about the amount of energy you put into a 9 to 5 job. If you would put that same amount of energy into becoming a digital nomad with passive income, then it would look a little bit different. Reach your travel goals. That's a pro. Okay, yeah, but I don't know. I think you have to be happy where you are. I don't think it's about travel goals. So then the next point says not having a home base. That's a con. Nowadays, I don't think having a home base is such a pro, because a home base comes with a whole host of other problems. So I think the whole idea of having a home base is actually not that good anymore. And after corona has shown us that that governments that just don't give a fuck about you. Pro: going beyond tourism. What does it say? Have you traveled abroad before? You probably felt like a tourist and wanted it would be like live abroad and experience that city or country from the perspective of a local. Yeah, that's my belief, is that after 3 years, after 3 months being somewhere, you start to absorb the culture. If you're shorter than 3 months at a specific location, you're not really absorbing the culture, and you need a 3 month as an absolute minimum to start, a little bit with the language. Con: sometimes feeling lonely. I think the idea of loneliness, and then we're speaking about the spiritual thing, is actually an opportunity. Learn to be happy on your own. Even if you're feeling lonely, use that as an accelerator to be okay being alone. Working with flexibility, and that, spiritually speaking, that's easily done if you just have a few spiritual teachers like Eckhart Tolle. It's doable. Pro: working with flexibility. As a digital nomad, you can make your own schedule. Not all the time. Usually people don't make their own schedule as a digital nomad. They're usually dependent on clients. So I suggest more going like really passive. Con: possibly working alone. That is, in a sense, a con, because a lot of times you need people around you with great ideas. For example, just the idea of Nomad as a name didn't come from me. It came from my best friend. And if I didn't know my best friend, I wouldn't have come up with that awesome name. So, and Firestart was taken by another company. So I would suggest building out, like having great friends around you as an alternative, but also maybe, I know oftentimes you have co-working spaces, but I think it can be a good thing also working on your own. You have much more productive time than talk time, but yeah, maybe I'll come up back to that. Create a life not based on work. That's a pro. That's a huge pro, of course. Con: may or may not have a lot of job growth. The thing is, like, it literally, like, the job growth depends on you. It literally, like, depends on you how much growth you put into it. Um, I think that the pros overweigh, especially now with how countries are changing so much, and now you have also so many countries trying to get digital nomads to come to their countries. So you're going to have a lot of positives.